Well, hello there. Welcome everyone back to Vault Companions. We're episode 7 of our Bioshock Perdition actual play. We're going to be playing Kids on Bike System, published by Hunters Entertainment. My name is Patrick, pronouns he, him. I will be the game master tonight, and I will throw it over to Natalie.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name's Natalie, she, they, otherwise Ghost Candle on most places on the internet. And I play Addison, she, her, who is a civil engineer in Rapture.
And I will throw it over to Sparrow.
Hi, hello. I am your favorite burb on the interweb, a Black Sparrow from the Feywild Out and Zeldathon teams. My pronouns are he, him. I will be playing Wendy Hendricks, whose pronouns are also he, him. He is an engineer in Rapture.
All right, and we'll go over to Dianna.
Hello, folks. I am Dianna, pronouns she, her. Today I will be playing Hellcat, she, her as well, and I am a washed up boxer.
All right, and we'll finish it off with Flynn.
Oh, hi, I'm Flynn. Oh gosh, okay. They, she pronouns, and I will be playing Josephine Holiday today, who is a dancer in Eve's Garden. And her pronouns are she, her, and you can find me at OMG Flynn, FLYNN.
All right. Well, let's see. Okay. This wonderful cast is here to explore the wildness of Rapture. And if you would like to show them how wonderful they truly are, we have a tip jar. The $1 would get our deepest gratitude. $3 will buy a Hippo of Eve, +2 to any roll, and $5 will buy some Adam. Give a player a token of Adam that they can use at their discretion. Our Ko-Fi is ko-fi.com/vault companions, and you can use the link or tip in chat. Content warnings. Bioshock Perdition is set in a volatile underwater environment with society in turmoil. Please enjoy responsibly. Content warnings for this episode may include war, fantasy violence, harm to loved ones, substance use or abuse, body horror, monsters and monstrosity, descriptions of severe illness, guns, memory loss, societal collapse, characters in crisis after traumatic experiences, both recent and in the past, interrogations, mentions of injections, torture, drowning, claustrophobia, mental breakdown or paranoia, jump scares. We encourage you to step away if at any point this content becomes not enjoyable for you. We are keeping each other safe at the table and want you to enjoy safely too. All right, so a recap of what happened last episode with Sander Cohen, the eponymous artist of Rapture, who wanted to show his muse how much they inspire them. So Josephine was treated to a singular performance of Flight of the Muse, a sweeping drama of epic proportions that went awry very quickly. Our
To say the least.
our party here was narrowly able to dodge a big daddy who had shown up to spoil the fun and made their way to the bathyspheres to catch a ride of their own. But they were intercepted by a, a group of individuals led by Atlas, the poster child, or I suppose you could say, for the ongoing revolution of Rapture. And with guns held at the ready, Atlas and his band of merry men are surrounding the party at the bathysphere. You can still hear the like rumbling echoes and the shouts of uh just things falling apart behind you. There is probably about a minute before you are intercepted by any number of Sander Cohen's goons. And so you find yourself here with Alice as he steps forward and he's like, sorry to be a bit hasty on the introductions. My name's Atlas, and I noticed that you are pilfering yourself a vessel for some underwater excursion, and I'd be interested myself in venturing out into the deep.
I think Addison's already like she's taking note of how many men is with him, what kind of weapons are all in their hands, and sort of steps forward, like hitching a ride or commandeering one.
Well, as I say, we're all brothers and sisters in the revolution, and it'd be very rude of me if I were to block whatever it is that is so important for you to get away from. And he points over his shoulder. After all, I don't think it'll be very friendly here for much longer.
Hmm.
And Addison sort of raises an eyebrow to the group with a slight shrug.
Now, if you're on your way out of the city, I don't think that you'll actually be able to get much further than close by. These bathyspheres, these are personal crafts for Mr. Cohen, and I'm interested in getting to the old Fontaine shopping center. I was trapped there for a spell about a month back, and I left something very valuable behind. And I'd appreciate the help if you would give me an escort over to the particular location.
Hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
go for it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you're the voice that's been filling this city with hope and occasional bullets, huh?
Well, it's if my words inspire hope, then there's something that we're looking forward to. So, what what is it that you're looking forward to?
We're looking forward to surviving. And if you want trust, you want us to trust you, you better earn it. Because we bled a little bit too much to get it for free, all right?
Tell you what, how about we all get on the bathysphere because things are about to get a bit dicey over here, and I'd rather have this conversation in private, away from the big daddy.
I think that I was already, yeah, heading towards, like I was trying to slink over in towards the bathysphere.
Um, you see,
Yeah.
he's gonna. Oh, go ahead.
No, let's go.
You see that he dismisses most of his men, keeping like a woman in kind of like a like cut up apron, like it has a leather apron that that she's sporting from some kind of meat packing job or wherever she was before, and a fellow with like a tool belt at his hip, but a Tommy gun in his hands. And they're like, not that I don't want to instill any hostilities amongst you, but I prefer that I have at least two of my men to help me once we get over to the Fontaine areas.
I can't really fault you for that.
and he's going to he's going to immediately take the two men and start getting onto the bathysphere. If anyone would like to follow along.
Yeah.
I think that Josie is being extra quiet at the moment because she's very in her feelings about not having made great decisions as of late, and so I feel like she's trying to avoid fucking anything up, but it is for sure on the bathysphere because either way, she knows that that is what we're doing. Like no matter
Yeah.
what else happens.
So you all get on board. It's a bit it's a bit larger on the interior than traditional bathyspheres, and you can kind of tell this was for Sander Cohen for like gallivanting with his cadre of hangers-ons and other artists that he wished to impress. So there's actually a fair amount of space for you to be in this bathysphere comfortably. But you can see that it is definitely for short excursions. So you're jumping out and you are getting to somewhere like adjacent to Rapture. This is not for getting anywhere outside of like uh 50 miles. Like that just it cannot accommodate that. But as you get inside, the ground kind of like thundering with the destruction that's following behind you. You hear like the roar of the big guy just and
I think we should cheese it.
you see Atlas like hits a lever and the thick plain glass door swings shut. So you have a view of the port as the bathysphere sinks down into the water. The bubbles like churning around as you descend out of the harbor and into actual open ocean. Um, hey, Sparrow, could I get you to make a grit check?
Oh boy.
I'm
You
gonna
certainly can.
say the
The way you said that.
DC. I'm gonna say the DC is a little high. It's gonna be a 9.
Nope, it's a 7.
Go ahead and take some Adam.
We don't have
Um,
Adam.
Thanks.
No. Can I use
Atlas,
my Adam?
if you would like to help out, you absolutely can.
I was like, I have the Atom to cover it,
Oh
but
no,
all
you just
right,
don't want
man.
to? Okay, no. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Let it play.
So Wendy, as you like get yourself situated within the bathysphere, you're getting
Mhm.
ready to descend. Something suddenly pulls at the corner of your mind. Something that you're just you're not you're not consciously like seeing an image. You're getting just like a gut wrenching feeling. Um, and you start your breath starts becoming a little bit uh shallower and your heart starts beating a little bit faster. It's not You're not experiencing like a sickness or a wound or injury of any sort. There's just something deep in that you can't locate that is kind of throwing up like this deja vu that except this deja vu hasn't happened and you are just feeling like the walls kind of press in on you. Your breath is getting a little shallower and there's not I don't know how well Wendy handles it, but I don't think it's panic quite yet.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, I
Uh,
think his eyes are just kind of surveying everyone around, and he's like pressed into his seat real far. But other than that, he's kind of just like quiet.
And from the deepest corner of your brain, you hear like a hollow, tinny voice saying, "No, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay." And but you can't lock onto it, and it's gone. Um, and Atlas, sitting at the controls, is piloting the bathysphere very casually. Once you're out of harm's way, like two uh, the two next to him drop their weapon, well, lower their weapons to their sides as the bathysphere slips out into open ocean. You can see like the dark floor of the ocean, barely illuminated from the lights of Rapture. Uh, Rocks coming into frame. A squid like scooting by right by you. Fish just like kind of like going about their day as you push right through them. And he turns around and he's like, "Well, it's not really any of my business what you're doing, but not a lot of reason to go to the old Fontaine shopping mall. After all, the whole place was condemned and cut away from Rapture, and after a bit of time, it's not been the friendliest of places.
Hmm.
Uh, I would I would think it'd be a wiser choice probably to stay away from it."
Well, sometimes personal business takes us to weird places, doesn't it?
To be
You'd
fair,
know
to be
about
fair.
that, wouldn't you?
Well, I have a personal attachment, but that's from time forcibly spent. Not something that I wish to repeat, but something that I have to. And that makes me wonder what it is that could possibly compel the four of you to venture this far afield.
Well,
It's only fair that you start, don't you think?
Well, in my extended stay, I was a bit too eager to leave once I had the opportunity. And I left something very valuable behind that I very much need back if I hope to make any progress with the aggression level from Andrew Ryan. The bastard seems to be able to have every card to play, and I need every ace in the hole that I can find.
So, what item is so valuable that you would go relive your trauma?
He gives a short laugh with just a shake of his head. I don't think you'd believe me if I told you. But needless to say,
Try
its
me.
value is far exceeding any gold or diamond.
Hmm. Well, our plans are our own, and while we appreciate you not stranding us there when you clearly could have taken over, I believe we're going to keep them close to our chest.
I'd say it's nothing that affects Rapture. It's very personal business that affects us individually.
Well, if we're all being a bit tight knit, I'll let you know this. While I was staying in the old Fontaine shopping mall, I regularly maintained a lot of the things that kept it from being a sinking hole in the bottom of the ocean. And I don't think anyone left behind took over from when I left off. So I warn you, things might be in a state of poor disrepair, and we may not find the most welcoming of environments.
Hmm. Well, to speak of myself and one other of us here, considering our jobs has been to keep this place together. I think we know a little bit about that.
Ah, you be the wrench monkeys that make sure that everything is tip top, valuable
He
assets.
he gets a nasty look when he says the words wrench monkeys from Wendy.
Sorry, a colloquialism that perhaps was in poor taste, but might I suggest that you figure out what it is you're looking for and tell me what it is you wish to find, because I can guarantee you I know where to start looking more than you probably do.
Well, you seem to have a lot of information, don't you? Kind of chatty for a guy who's known to be mysterious, don't you think?
Ah, but I'm a man of the people, I am. I'm what you might call an inspirational leader.
I feel like any honest person I've met, they haven't had to convince me of their honesty or their good intent.
I suppose that's fair enough. All right, well, let's get ourselves to the station and see what we can find then. Um, the bathysphere cruises through the dark ocean water. Um, and you're all expecting, Addison in particular is expecting this bathysphere to descend because the uh, Fontaine shopping mall was actually severed and dropped into a trench. And yet, as you proceed out of the darkness, kind of fading in as if through a fog, you see the towers, the singular headquarters with matching towers alongside as it looms out of the darkness. Like, yes. Suppose you're wondering why this seems to be up and about instead of buried deep in the waters. Well, a strange coincidence came my way and allowed for an expeditious retreat of the shopping area. So we don't actually have to descend. And you may find that a bit lucky as things down in the trench were getting dire indeed. The bathysphere pulls and you can feel it lurch as it comes into uh, a kind of not orbit, but it pulls alongside the tower, sweeping alongside. And you can see that there are several parts where structural integrity has failed on this looming skyscraper. Windows that held the water at bay are just open with just detritus being flown out into the waters. The bathysphere swings around the back of the building, and a small port on the back side is available as the bathysphere pulls up into port, emerging up out of this water into a darkened open area. The lights are all dimmed down to barely a candlelight, and the door swings open, and Atlas and his two goons step out, and he looks absolutely aghast. Look, you leave a place for just a month and it falls to pieces. I gotta tell you, I don't know where you're going, but what you're gonna need is power. And right now, we don't have that. So I'm going to go to the generator and see if I can get the thing running. Whatever you do, you're gonna need elevators. So he pulls, he reaches into a bag beside him and pulls out a radio transmitter and sets it on a banister. But I can guide you to some places within here. I'm familiar enough that I can get by, but someone is going to turn on that generator, and otherwise we're just going to be piddling around on this first floor. So figure out where it is you want to go, and I can guide you there from where I am with the generator. And he'll take his two men and he's going to start to leave. His steps immediately submerging in water as he goes. The light, the dim light, barely illuminating the ripples of water as he steps up to acute, like sitting water that is at basically his shins.
Oh, that's so much.
Yep. Yeah, Addison will pick up the transmitter and just ponder for a second. Can we see if we can do a reverse transmission if we ever have to keep track of him?
Yeah, do a brains check. I'll say this is simply a receiver, and so anything outside of that is very complex and requires complex components in order to execute that. So unfortunately, this is going to be a 15 brains.
Oh, cool. Do I have anything I could potentially add to this?
Yeah, I'm like, is there a help action I can take?
Same, yeah.
Tech savvy works for vending machines and turrets.
Oh, unfortunately, no, that does not quite qualify. But I will allow anyone in the group to also do a brains check, and I'll say this: everyone else's DC will be 10, and every 5 over that will give, like, 10 will be +1 to Natalie's roll. Every 5 above that will give an additional +1.
Whoa.
Go team, you might explode and give me tons.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I just hit my mic.
Aw.
What's the roll again? Which one?
Brains.
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 Oh, that's a sick. That's a
Oh, wait,
one.
that's not bad, actually. Hold on. That's not bad, actually.
Okay.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, Hellcat coming through!
Yeah. 10, 15, 16, 20, baby.
My absolute unit of a woman.
I was about to say,
I know, smart.
Hellcat is fucking like it when it comes to rolling.
Like,
You're so on fire in the beginning.
I'm having galaxy brain. Galaxy.
You see what I'm doing? You're like, yes, girl, we're going to do this.
I'm going to go it. I'm going to go for you, and I'm going to go for it.
All right.
Oh, man.
Now it's my turn to roll a decent number.
Oh,
that completely ran out of my tray. Okay, there you go. A 10 with a +1, so that is 11 plus whatever I get from Hellcat.
Okay. So Dianna rolled 20, so that is +2.
21.
So right now, what's that?
21.
21. So you are at what was it? 12? No, 11, right?
I rolled 11, yeah.
Yeah. So an additional 2, so that's 13. Sparrow, what did you roll?
Same dog.
Flynn, what did you roll?
No, also a 1 for sure.
Okay. All right.
I'll carry the both of you.
Yeah.
I got you both on my shoulder.
All right, you are at 13. Do you want to add any Adam about it?
I mean, we had so many explosions on this. I want to see it through. So,
yeah. Wait, how many is it? What do we have to get?
You need 2 more to meet the DC.
2 more, Adam?
Yeah.
Okay, I got that.
But I'm carrying them.
Let me do something. Let me give my Adam.
So Addison like looks at this simple receiver. Like it really is just like um receiving messages and then sending it out. And like you just you don't have the necessary tools at hand. Like you have like an idea of what you would require to like kind of jury rig something that would be able to at least ping directionally, uh kind of give you a general idea. Um, but you just don't have the materials. And then suddenly the white knight comes along, Hellcat out of their bag just pulls out like
So,
an
what do you need?
um you have fragments of, you know what, you've gotten enough, I'll say, while you were like exploring Fontaine Futuristics, um you may have just picked up a couple of like pieces of technology that you didn't have any kind of idea what they were. They were so alien in look that you didn't have an idea what they could do. You were just like, maybe they kind of have something to do with us. They didn't. They were just kind of simple machines. They had kind of like the transistors, the kind of vacuum tubes that you would use to cobble something together. And so breaking this thing apart, getting the pieces, getting the resistors, all the wiring to actually like sync up to the receiver so that you're getting not only the signal, but you're getting information on the signal. I'll say
That's so smart.
15 gives you basic like echolocation. So like it's locked in with that radio. And so as you hold it up, you just kind of hear a little boop, boop, and like gradually it diminishes and diminishes as Atlas is definitely moving further and further away from you. You can tell that it's linked up to that radio, and that's kind of the best that you could get with the parts available. Um, is there anything else you'd like to do while you're here?
Uh, you said that we're in that when he stepped in, there was like a whole bunch of water on the floor, right?
Yeah, like there's a
Can we
small
get just like
step.
a survey of the room,
Yeah,
like where the exits, what the ceiling looks like, all of that.
yeah. I'll say like uh, there's a small step up out of the bathysphere, and then it immediately submerges into about ankle deep water. And you're looking at this place. It's very you emerged in a place that isn't like uh customer facing, if that makes sense. Like there isn't a lot of filigree or decorativeness to this area. Bathyspheres that are coming in here are coming in for like either deliveries or maintenance, or this is, you're realizing like definitely a, for employee purposes, for uh anyone that needs to be basically back of house. So you're seeing like a couple roll up doors for big things that need to get like moved into the Fontaine shopping area. This definitely like they take deliveries here.
Hmm.
You're not seeing a lot of necessarily like clear signage. You're seeing clear signage that's saying like this way to section A113, but it's a lot of code because they don't need to be direct and distinct
Yeah.
to themselves. They know exactly where they're going. This is just giving them like slight pointers. So like there is no directory that can like kind of guide you out of here, but there is actually
Mm,
directions that are like pointing around, and you're just submerged in like this kind of twilight because you can see around you the industrial lamps, those kind of yellowing lamps that are like in that iron cage that sits on top of it. They're barely flickering. They're basically running on no power, and the light that it illuminates is barely just beyond its own lighting fixture. So you can kind of use it to guide where the breadth and shape of the building and the walls are, but you can't get
Mm-hmm.
very much in the way of details.
Mm-hmm. And the direction that that Atlas went, was that kind of a better lit? Like where did was there like a direction that he went? Because I want to go kind of the opposite.
You can definitely make out which way he went, but
Mm-hmm.
you can't see much beyond any more than just the
More
direction that he
detail
went.
than that.
Yeah. So I would say at this point it would take probably it'd probably be another brains roll, and I would say it'd be a 7, or I will allow a grit roll, but that one will be a 10
For anybody?
for anybody.
Okay.
Either grit
And we're doing grit?
or brains.
Yeah, grit will be a DC of 10. Brains will be 7.
All right, let's
I have better odds with my grit.
try grit.
Ooh, which I did very well. I got an 18.
Oh, okay.
8.
I got a 5.
Um,
So
so
higher.
Dianna, you rolled with grit?
Grit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an 8.
Okay.
I mean, still, that's pretty good, but it's like
It's
not.
still
It's
pretty
just
good. It's just not quite there.
yeah.
Sparrow, you rolled with
Grit, and I got a 3.
okay. And what did Josephine got what was it, a 6?
5.
5.
Yeah.
I think what you're seeing is like I think Hellcat is really good at kind of piecing together directions that they need to go to survive. But when it comes to like chasing something down, they kind of require input from the people around them. So like you're never going in completely blind. You have some kind of information. And unfortunately, you're just out of your element right now. And you can't, everything looks the same. You're not really getting any idea of where to go. And I think Wendy might be a little shaken from the ride on the bathysphere. I think there's just a little bit of you that's just kind of like, you're now submerged in darkness and you uh, kind of just can't focus on it. And it's everything just kind of looks the same. Josephine, you're straight up lost. You are looking at just a big dark area, and any place that you could go could be just as dangerous as the last. Addison, Addison, you kind of hunker down for a moment. You're like, okay, what are we looking for? We're looking for access to Fontaine's personal office because that's where he would keep all of his private information. Now, Fontaine is not the type to hide away in like some little cubby that's locked behind a safe. Uh, Fontaine is a bit. Fontaine was a bit ostentatious, and that wanted to be front and center, wanted to be that face that you see in the glitz and the glamour. Uh, so he's not tucked away in a corner of this place. He's at wherever the penthouse, the top floor, the biggest suite that you can get to of this place is. And so, like, putting that together, you're like, okay, wherever that is, that has to have access to the shops and to the nightlife. And that means that it needs to be able to, wherever we're looking for immediate access to shops. You see those roll up doors and you're like, deliveries. Those are going directly to the shops. We go through there, we go through the shops, we come out into this into the plaza itself, and from there we can navigate. Um, and so you can immediately make that connection and can go through there.
I think Addison relays this and just so we'll go through in the backs of the stores where they leave off the deliveries, and we can cut to the plaza. I do suggest if you see any electrical panels, let me or Wendy know, because I think we might be able to reroute some more electricity to light our way if we need to. But I think this is our way to go.
Yeah, anything to get some light in here. This place is starting to creep me out.
Yep, for now. And she just pulls out a lighter, pulls out a cigarette. But this time it's not one of her bad for my health aesthetic cigarettes. I'm going to use one from my inventory because I have 3 of them in there to collect Adam.
I will say, with the clever use of nicotine, you were able to light just the path directly in front of you, illuminating like the water as before you step in. You can actually see that the sea has started to kind of reclaim this place. As you take a step, you see like some small silvery fish just dart from somewhere, and you see kind of barnacles forming on the corner of like a bench, and this this water uh this water didn't suddenly appear yesterday. This water has definitely been like seeping in gradually over time. This place isn't going to immediately sink. This place is just doomed. So as you make your way over to the roll-up door, it's it's usually run on electricity, but there's a chain, and you just grab hold of the chain and just like and like it easily opens up. It has to be mechanically opened as well, just in case power is cut. So you easily get through there into a kind of stockroom space for general purpose storage, and you're moving through, and you actually go up like a small staircase that gets you just out of the water. Your socks are thoroughly drenched, so that's an unpleasant thing that you all have to deal with going forward. But as you move, yeah, as you move forward, um, you hear the titter laugh.
Me. Sidebar. Can I ask a question? Sidebar on items.
Yeah.
How long does a gene tonic last?
Oh, gene tonics last the once you take it, that alters your genes to have that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay. Now okay, can I just pound things? What? I've got like a. I'm sorry. Can we just like rewind for like 5 seconds? Just
Yeah.
like before we left the space, let's do a flashback. So
Absolutely.
a gene tonic is like I now have this thing.
You now have it. Once you consumed it, you have it continuously.
Oh yeah. Okay. Uh, can I? Okay, then I'm gonna pound. Um, like you just see like what while you guys are like looking for your stuff, you just see Hellcat kind of like go in her jacket. She pulls out the gene tonics, and I'm gonna take a bloodlust and an armored shell. Or does that fuck me up? Am I drugged
Um,
now?
no, 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 no. So you were holding on to these gene tonics for like an emergency
What are
situation.
you doing? Sparrow!
Because gene tonics are just like plasmids. They alter your genetic structure of your body. And while
Okay,
you
okay. Now when you say it that way, when you say it, now, see, you gotta lead like with the voice that sounds like it's gonna fuck you up later.
It's
That's
not
the
gonna
voice you
fuck
need
you
to.
up. It's not gonna fuck you up. You can definitely feel like this weird sensation of like uh vertigo as it kind of like it feels like you're stretching while also collapsing at the same time. Like there's just
Mhm.
this weird
Oh,
sensation within your own bloodstream as this uh rewrites your DNA. What were the two gene tonics that you had?
Oh no, now I'm scared. I took an armored shell.
Okay.
So I take less damage. I don't know, however, what that stat means, like what the stat is.
Oh, yeah.
And I
I'll
also just took a bloodlust.
okay. Yeah.
So that
So
means like whatever I hit, I heal.
yes. So you
I
feel
spent so
your
much
own
money. I'm broke.
you feel your own skin kind of like um there's this weird kind of like ripple across your skin as like it feels like it crystallizes and then quickly like reintegrates itself. And you feel kind of like it doesn't there's no permanent thing that you can point to and be like, oh, I just grew scales. It's just like you have this sensation across your skin that is kind of like interwoven and linked maybe a bit tighter. It has more like um, a better elasticity to it. And so as you move, your skin kind of just it's a very strange sensation, but you feel like you could take maybe a slash from a knife and not immediately pour blood on the floor.
Yeah.
yo, but it'd be
I
really
look at
cool if
Wendy.
Hellcat had scales.
Yeah, I look at Wendy and I go, "This is the skin of a killer, Wendy." That's it.
Wendy looks at you and an eyebrow raises a little bit,
Sorry,
and it looks like he's
it's
about
drugs.
to say something, but he just hmm?
Sorry, I'm feeling really silly today. I apologize. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
So you have those now, which will come in very handy if, say, something were to come up. And
Amped.
moving back forward in time, you hear
Right.
that slight, like, chortle, just like echoing through the halls. Um, there's no real way to tell where it's from. This place is a tavern, and you're just hearing some sound from a far ways off.
Man, I forgot that that's how we got here to that. I personally, I am like as soon as I hear a weird chuckle like that, I immediately grab my gun just to like have it. It's down at the floor, but just in my
Yeah,
hands.
just quiet.
um Wendy doesn't reach for his shotgun, but there is like a shot of his side where you can see like he kind of like releases his grip and his wrench just slides down like the fore length of his arm and he catches it like midway, so he's got it like handy. uh but he does like
Perfect
he
as
kind
fuck.
of he doesn't kind of leans forward a little bit, like he's trying to be stealthy, but doesn't move otherwise.
Yeah, I think to mirror that, Addison has something similar, but instead it's her hand kind of lifting up her skirt a bit to reach at her wrench to pop it off. She sort of has it low and ready and herself like crouching down.
Do you wish to move forward?
Yeah, I think
I
quietly.
immediately stopped.
Yeah. Um,
Like just like like listening in and looking around.
How about all of you give me a flight check?
Patrick, why?
I'm gonna utilize my natural camo that adds a +3 to avoid detection
All right.
because this is my worst stat anyway. Great. 5.
All right.
Oh,
So
that's a 3.
five for Addison, 3 for Flynn, 2 Dianna. Ooh,
No.
We're not the stealthy group.
No, we're not. Yeah, we don't run.
you start moving forward, and
There's also water everywhere.
you find a door slightly ajar, and you're able to like it really squeals on its hinges, but you're able to push the door open into a department store. It's got a couple like displays with mannequins that are like well dressed, but all of the clothing has like this sheen of like mold and must on it from just being just exposed to the seawater all around it. There's this murk that kind of fills the air. You are able to like crouch down behind a line of washing machines, making your way cautiously up towards the front. Um, as you cross by the register up front, you see a shape in the darkness. And it is, for a moment, you are like, it stops in your tracks, but then you realize that it is also uh, completely motionless. And as you
Um,
look, yeah,
as I see that shape, I lean towards Josephine and I say very quietly, if you're going to shoot, be careful. An errant shot is going to capsize this whole place.
Okay, okay. So I'm only gonna shoot unless
Just,
something's close.
hey, just don't miss.
Heard.
If we're going to be drowning down here, might as well kill something before we do.
I won't miss. You taught me well.
as you inch forward, this solemn object lies on the floor. You, in the low light, you see the glint of metal over its big exterior, and you see the diver helmet of a Rosie. It's completely motionless, and you can see the spots where it has been shot copious times. This thing is thoroughly taken care of. Um, but as you see that, you realize that whatever took this down, it was a group of them
A group of them that took this Rosie down, or
that took
there
this
was
Rosie
a
down.
group of
Yeah,
Rosies.
no, that
Okay,
there was a
okay.
group of these. Whatever took this down was kind of like a
Multiple
hunting pack.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, heard.
As you move out of the store into like the general shopping area, um, you do see you hear echoing off of this giant cavernous room. There's like walkways up high. There's stairwells that move up to second stories. There's just a large expanse ahead of you. There are multiple large picture windows that open up on the ocean. You can see kind of dimly in the light, bit like just a little bit further out from the window. You can see some of the ocean pressing in on it, creatures, fish flowing by, anglerfish, like the giant maws and that like dangling light hanging off its head. Uh, and as you are walking through this large expanse of space, the light so dim that you can barely make out the edges. You just hear an echoing.
I motion to everybody. Stay down.
I take note and I kneel.
Uh-oh. It seems someone has lost their way.
Never mind.
And as you get up, you hear the just like and a Houdini slicer teleports up to a walkway above you. And you watch as in his hand you see a large syringe that would
No.
at one point be full of Adam. Like, oh, looks like I'm feeling good today. And they throw a wave of just like ice. They spray it and it freezes these giant walls behind you. Your way is immediately cut off. These stairwells are blocked with these enormous icebergs, just like frozen in place on the stairwell. Um, and they hear, "Oh, it's time! It's time! It's time!" And you see several lead-headed splicers jump from over like from over walls. A couple of like a no, not a spider splicer. Uh, a thuggish splicer. A couple of thuggish splicers jump like come around from the corner, wrench in hand, swinging at you. Uh, Unfortunately, all of your flight checks were
Bad.
not great. But uh, only one of them is going to get an attack, and I think it's going to be. I think it's this thuggish slicer. Um, so they're going to. Uh, let's see. This is 12, and that explodes.
No, shush. Don't be happy about that, Patrick. What the hell?
Um, okay, so that is a
Yeah.
uh, oh, I have to do math real quick.
Hmm.
Um, hey, Wendy, could you make me a brawn check?
Sure.
Hmm.
21.
Nice.
You
Wow, way to
watch.
bury the lead.
Two explosions.
Hey.
No emotion through that. Wild.
I didn't want to give anything away because I've been rolling like
This
ones and twos up to this point. So I was like, don't react. Don't react.
Reactor.
Valid.
you see this thuggish slicer. Like their skin is sagging on their body. It's like the inside of their body is deteriorating from how much the splicing has just like just completely fiddled with their DNA. Their entire like face kind of like uh melted to one side, and they pop out of a dark corner, so happy that they got the jump on you, like and swing their wrench, and you just kind of narrowly duck your shoulder as it swings right by your head. Like you feel the air as it whistles by your face. You have uh 2 thuggish splicers, 2 leadhead splicers, and a Houdini that have all kind of formed in the center of this room. I would like all of you to roll flight.
I mean, we just proved we're all really bad at that.
Ooh, yes, baby.
Well, I exploded once and got to a 7.
Okay.
I also and got to a 7.
Yeah! Nice. Engineers, let's go!
Cool.
15!
Actually, technically, it beat 8 for me. Sorry. Because of the +1, I forgot. Sorry. I forgot. I keep forgetting
Yeah, I
the
got a 2.
+1.
Ooh, okay. So we got Dianna, Sparrow, Natalie, Flynn. Okay. Well, I guess let's just start at the top with Dianna.
So I immediately, like, as soon as I see that, I start to weigh them out. Who is the closest to me?
Oh, these 2 thuggish splicers immediately charge on you, so they're within reach of you. The leadhead splicers are at range, like you can see them leveling. One has a pistol and one has a Tommy gun. That Houdini splicer hasn't
Yeah,
moved from the top of that
nah,
walkway.
that's a hard one. I see I go for the thug splicer that is that immediately that I the first one I see.
Yeah,
And I'm just gonna whack it.
yeah, absolutely go for it.
So that's amazing. 2 with my wrench 25. 25.
45?
So
25. No, Jesus. That'd be amazing.
25 also amazing.
so they rolled a natural 1. So would
Oof,
Oh
you like
shit.
to
oof,
tell me how you immediately knock them completely out?
Yeah, like if they're coming at me, I immediately I get into you see me get into fight mode. Grab the wrench and whack one, and then with the other one just whack whack. That's just a double hit with a down.
Yeah.
And say something quippy. That's it.
You like
I can't think of
back
it.
you backswing your wrench and catch them in the chin, and they're like, ugh. Then like bring it around again, and like it's kind of like a Goomba stomp with a wrench. Like you just completely just like hit them in the head, and their feet fly out from under them as they just face plant into the ground. Um, you hear
Stay
Bo.
down. There we go.
And they do. They're done. With that, you hold on just 1 second. You're gonna hear a
What is
That's a
that?
Houdini thing. That's a Houdini noise.
Is it?
I think so.
as you look around for a second. Suddenly, like this reddish smoke just like materializes right like ahead of you. Like standing next to like a display case. They just like in a huge fireball erupts from their hand, engulfing
Shiza.
you immediately. They are doing. Oh, that is bad news. Um, uh, roll a brawn check.
Shit. No, my dice is gone.
Oh no!
Sorry. Let it go. Fudge. There we go. It's 17. Wait, 17? Does anything benefits?
Yes, you just took a gene
Plus
kernel.
3. Plus 3. So 17, 20.
20, which is a good thing because they hit a 26. Um, so as you are like you knock the snot out of this splicer, they're done. And suddenly this Houdini splicer pops up and flame hits you, and you can feel it singeing like your face. Hair burns on your scalp. You actually
I'm
like your eyes
immediately
water from it.
I,
Yeah,
I immediately you see me use like kind of like my ace in the hole, and I use Ironside as my you see that like all of a sudden it's just like in this case just like armor actually just goes kind of
yeah,
just like pops up around my body really quick.
yeah. This you all see this strange sensation where uh the flesh from Hellcat's hand kind of like melts away to reveal like this iron skeleton, and that iron just kind of like flows from their hand and like cascades down their body, creating an like entire impenetrable shield. What was the effect of Ironsides again?
If I failed a defensive check, I can cancel all the damage and then uh add whatever the die. So how much was that supposed to hurt me for?
That was supposed to hurt you with one like a minor wound.
So with a minor rune, I add a d6 to my next roll.
Okay. So
That's cool.
all of you see like this strange. I'm going to say this. Literally, none of you have ever seen this plasmid before. This is plasmids are rampant throughout Rapture, and this strangely is something that an effect that you have never seen before. And I would like everyone to roll a quick brains check. DC 4.
Costs a lot.
I rolled a 10 total.
I got an 11, but I exploded.
Wendy,
I also
I
got
think
nervous to share.
Wendy, I think uh, what kind of enters your brain is like, oh shit, Hellcat's picked up some kind of some tricks from because you remember that her job was doing a lot of underworld contacts, and some of those contacts were through Fontaine. Um, and so, Fontaine, a, a plasmid that Fontaine would be responsible for, ended up solely with Hellcat. Bit odd. Um, I think Addison is kind of like, uh, what what would someone have to do to get a very rare, unique plasmid from Fontaine? What do do they owe or did they do? And I think Josephine is just like, there's just this is an incredible thing to suddenly have at your fingertips, but you're kind of like, but at no Hellcat didn't divulge this at any point. This just came into play. Um, anyways, we cut back as that fire just kind of like hits, and like you're able to throw up that shield enough that it the flame kind of erupts around you, and that Houdini splicer's caught off guard because their like sudden spring attack is usually very effective. Not against this. All right, Sparrow, it's back to you because initiative one. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the Houdini splicer has saved me the trouble. So I think my wrench could do a little adjusting on this splicer, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna dash forward and swing it. I'm actually gonna aim at like. I want to hit this Houdini splicer where it will easily cause like blood to come out. Like I'm aiming for some place where it's gonna bleed from. No, I'm aiming for his knee. I'm taking his knee out. I'm taking his knee out. Change my mind
Go for it.
mid thought. How does a 21 suit you?
Yeah, Pat. How does that suit you?
Don't make it aggressive. You're gonna get Wendy killed.
You see, you're able to catch this Houdini splicer kind of flat-footed. They thought that they had the jump on you, and suddenly Hellcat throws up that shield and really throws them off. And you take that win of opportunity to swing that wrench. They catch you out of the corner of their eye just in time to react, but not fast enough. So you see them like start to dematerialize, and your wrench passes through what would have been their hand, absolutely destroying their hand, and it moves through there into their knee, colliding in like a bone crunching, like, and they vanish, and in a way that you're like, oh, they're coming back rough. You definitely scored a very hard hit. But you kind of sense that attack would have absolutely killed in like any other circumstance. They went to great lengths. They, really dipped into their atom to get out of this. And you think back to when they like first appeared on scene with that giant syringe that little sisters carry around. Little sisters being full of atom. You think that this Houdini splicer probably juiced up pretty soon before this.
Okay.
So that's your turn. We're actually going to we have two. Actually, no, because Natalie rolled a 7, so that's you.
Yeah. Okay. Did Addison see where the Houdini went? Because that was her target.
They teleported. They just got clobbered, and you can make a brains check about it, but I'm gonna warn you, they basically hid. They basically were like, I don't want to be here. This sucks. I need to regroup. So wherever they are, they put something between them and you.
Okay. I have a thought, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try the brains check just to see if I can catch a hint of something, because that gave me an idea and I can do it. Brains. Oh, that was almost really good, but it's only a 12 total.
Yeah, you look up at a shop on the second floor. It's like a little kitschy trinkets, like decorative things to adorn your home in Rapture. And you see a small ember kind of like emanating from the doorway from there. It's definitely blocked. Like you can't, this is indirectly, you can see the light pulsing from there, but you couldn't get like a clean shot on it.
Well, see, I wasn't going to use a weapon. I was going to use my brain and telekinesis something. So
Okay.
when I see the ember and just that burst of light where they went, do I catch sight of anything like a really pointy looking wooden fish on the wall that can become a projectile?
You know what?
Oh, what a
I
fish.
forgot to mention the theme of this particular shopping area. It's swordfish. Swordfish from that end to that end, all adorning different wallpapers, all patterns, all everything. And in the center, a giant hanging swordfish.
Beautiful.
Awesome. So we just see like this vision of Addison. She's still sort of crouched, reacting to get up from like the cluster of whatever's happening, looking for the Houdini after what Wendy hit. When she sees that flash, her hand flicks up as she focuses in and just closed fist and yanks as she mentally brings that swordfish off the shelf to try and strike the Houdini.
Yeah, go ahead and make a fight check with your telekinesis. I'll say this is a little bit more difficult because they are in cover and not a direct target. But it's, I mean, they don't get much out of it.
I'm just trying because it seemed cool in my head. Explosion. Okay, so 8 and oh, okay. It is 11 plus my kinesis, which is 5, so 16.
I gave them a whole bunch of atom with which to play with, and they just rolled ones and twos, and it's like, okay. So, uh, you hear this nervous little titter being like, this, this isn't how it's supposed to go. This isn't supposed to go like this. And then you take this swordfish and like swing it like a pendulum, the nose leading the way, and you see it soar over that railing and just like, and just immediately their laughter dies as they and that ember goes out.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
Addison.
that's one down. She sort of shakes off her hand, rubs her temples a little bit because that is a lot of thinking effort.
All right. You all are clustered up together, and that makes for a dangerous kind of thing. Where are you? Ah, you fell out of tray.
Still counts. Still counts.
All right. I need Flynn and Sparrow to make a grit check. Or no, a brawn. I'm sorry, a brawn check.
She's not that fun.
It's 15 from your burb. I'm getting
That's a
nervous
3.
because I exploded, so.
All right.
That's a 3. Sorry.
I have some really bad news.
No.
This leadhead splicer pops up. You can she is like enraged at how poorly this is going, and just that Tommy gun levels at the two of you, and you hear um Wendy immediately goes to a severe injury.
Okay.
Josephine, you go unconscious and you are dying.
Cool. That's cool. That's tight. This is good.
Oh,
on
fuck.
on your turn, I'm gonna need you to make a I'm gonna say a grit check. And this is gonna be high because you're in trouble.
Cool. Is it my turn now?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is a 10.
No.
Do you have
This is
any
what I have.
items? Do you need it?
No, I do have Adam. That's right. Okay. Okay. And this is my D20. So,
Okay.
oh, that's a 12.
Okay. So you immediately stabilize at a severe wound, but you are bleeding, and it will, unless treated, again drop you into unconsciousness. Um,
Okay.
and that's your turn. Like you have to like there's this moment where you are just immediately things go black, and you like have to like force yourself to breathe as you feel these hits in your torso, like good, 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 good. You through sharp needles of pain, force breath into your body as you are trying to like focus on things around you. You are on the floor, just being like the window, uh, the wall, just everything.
Sorry. I thought I was on mute. Sorry.
You focus on everything around you, and that is your turn because you are in a bad place. I'm going to roll again because the other leadhead splicer is going to take an attack, and they are mean. Ooh. Um, hmm.
Can we go to
uh,
break after that so that I can go cry in the fucking bathroom?
yes. You are. I'm going to say. I think Hellcat is the threat here. Can you make me a brawn check?
Yeah, sure. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Calculating. Sorry.
No worries.
23.
Uh, this Lighthead Splicer pulls out their pistol, fires a couple of shots at you, and you just barely duck behind a pillar as the splinters like shatter in your face, but you are unharmed. And that will bring us back to the top of the turn. But we're going to take a break. Everyone, go get some water. Go take a breath, and we'll be back to resolve
Ooh.
how this is possibly going to end up. Um, Welcome back, everyone. We're back on break. Hopefully, refreshed and ready for what is about to come next. Because Hellcat, you just watched one of these splicers level their Tommy gun and just spray the group of you. And Josephine is looking in really bad shape. Wendy is not
Hmm.
looking much better.
Yeah, what can I just look at the get a look at the scene, like where are we? Like how close is Josie and how close are Josie and Wendy to me?
Oh,
Um,
you kind of all are grouped up. Like you came out of this department store and then
yeah,
they sprang their attack on you. And so you're kind of like right in the front foyer, front like entryway area. You're all almost within reach of each other, which was why the
they were able to
Tommy
do
gun was
that.
so effective. Like it just sprayed into the group of you. I will
Okay.
say you are a little ways away from the
Yeah.
leadhead splicers. So if you wanted to do anything for them, it would either be a range attack or you'd have to like make a run at them.
Yeah. I'm gonna because I'm behind that pillar. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
pull out my Tommy gun and I'm going to shoot at them as
Okay.
well. And I'm gonna just go and I sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead and use your Tommy gun. You Tommy guns can attack two targets, so go ahead and do a roll twice.
So 23 on one. 15. And a 32 on the other.
Gotta love those
What the
D20
fuck?
rolls. Yeah.
Hey!
What
She
the
is
fuck?
raining hell. Yeah.
Uh, these this splicer was just spraying at the group of you. They got lucky. You have definitely used this Tommy gun before with great effect, and it shows as you just sweep across them, and both of them get riddled, just like and just like and they bullets. They get hit so many times, and the first roll you rolled, what was it, a 27?
uh, no, it was well, now I forgot. Now I have numbers in my head. It was,
32.
23.
Oh,
That was
the
the
no, it was
first
second
one.
one.
it was no, it was a 23. It was a 23.
Okay, that's why. Because the first I rolled was a 3.
22.
So they
It hit.
are immediately dead. Immediately. And then the next one, the one you rolled the third one for, they rolled a
Yeah.
4.
Oh,
So
shite.
not like you spray the first one, and
Yes.
then you like make sure like boom, 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 boom. You like feel the recoil on it as you just like empty bullet after bullet in this splicer with the Tommy gun, and they convulse and then fall to the ground. They're
Yeah,
both
I walk up to each of them and I just go pop, pop right there because you always got to make sure that they're actually down. And I just go, stay down.
um, that is you. You knocked out 2 of the splicers. There's still the thuggish one left, and it is Wendy's turn.
How far is it from me?
It's within reach.
Cool. I don't know where Wendy was hit with that gun with a bullet, so we'll just hand wave it unless you've got an idea. But he's obviously going to hit him with a wrench. So
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say, you know what? Let's do a luck check about it. Um, high, you got hit in a manageable place, but still a serious place. Low, you got hit somewhere bad, and you need to treat it pretty quickly. Just
okay,
roll a d20.
got it. It's 14.
You got a couple of hits here in the around the like clavicle. They suck. They really like you are struggling with breathing, but it's not because you are inhibited. It's just painful. So like right across the shoulder. Luckily, it's your left shoulder, so you are able to make this attack. I'm sorry, what was the attack that you rolled on that?
Oh, hitting with a wrench, and Wendy is left-handed, for the record.
Oh,
Uh,
oops.
That's okay.
So right shoulder.
No, keep it left. Why not? So that's going to be swing 17 total.
And when you roll garbage like a 3,
Mhm.
it's the rule is once every so I will say you almost finish them off unless you want to do some Adam about it.
Fine, I will, just because I've got bloodlust, so killing them would really help me out. So, how much you need?
Uh just 1 point. You are 1 point away.
You got it. There it is. 1 point given.
Tell me what this swing is like as you absolutely wipe this thug out.
It's not it doesn't appear to be like well, it appears brutal, but it's not like a wrench coming to cave their skull in kind of brutal. It's like I've crushed your larynx kind of. Just it's more of just like a it's not even like a swing. It's like he grabs it like he's going to like and he just like uses like the socket wrench end and just like slams it into their throat. So it's brutal, but it's not like there's not blood. They just can't breathe. Like
Yeah, yeah. You hear the crunch. You hear them wheeze, and after like maybe 30 seconds of struggle, they're done.
Mm.
You stand there like feeling uh slight vindication, like these guys came in and attacked you, and because mechanically you knocked one out, go ahead and raise one of your raise your injury level to the middle level. Um,
Okay.
uh, and that seems to be the lot of them as you come out. You all of you see that Wendy got hit hard across the chest, and Josephine is down and is struggling for consciousness.
Yeah, I think Addison was already beelining for Josephine when
Same.
Hellcat and Wendy were taking out the remainder. So she went like straight run, full slide, and is pulling out from her like little bag of tricks a first aid kit.
Yeah.
Same. I'm gonna run the opposite direction and head to Wendy.
Yeah. Hold on 2 seconds. I need to check something mechanically. Flynn, could I get you to give me a grit check? Um, the DC is uh, the DC is 16.
Okay, it's my D20, so. Oh, I don't want to roll. Okay. Oh, that's what did you say it was? It's a 15. What did you say it was?
16.
Okay, I have Adam. Hold on. How many do I need for that? One, or did we say? I don't think I understand how the Adam thing.
You spend 2 Adam in order to get one
Two Adam.
additional.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I spent 2.
Your vision is just swimming as you're kind of like you feel the blood loss, like you feel your body actually losing temperature. You are breathing becomes haggard, um, and strangely, like as your vision swims, like a superimposed vision kind of uh, pops up, um, and you see uh, a rather lavish office space. Um, it's well maintained, very like luxurious. Whoever owns it had a lot of money. Um, and as you're kind of like trying to focus on details, you realize that you're seeing it from the same position that you're in now, lying down on your face, bleeding. And an echo of a voice uh, kind of goes through your head. And it's like, that was fucking close. I mean, she was right on top of me. You guys are supposed to do your fucking jobs. What are you doing? Just letting her waltz in here like this? I could have died. Uh, Take Loretta and get her into the labs. We're going to figure this out. Uh, I have something special in mind for this one. And you spring back to the surface as you see Addison's face hovering over you. Her hands diligently like stemming blood flow. You feel like grip on areas that are in trouble, and you feel like bandages being applied. And you are kind of like brought back to the present. You are able to focus for a moment. Is there
Come on,
anything that you
kiddo.
can? Yeah.
I Immediate wincing. I think that I'm in such a state of shock at remembering that or having that thought. Uh fuck. That I'm like not saying really anything except for just like heavy breathing and like gripping on to Addison, like her shirt with such a state of shock in my face, which could be because I just got shot by a fucking Tommy gun.
It's okay,
But
kiddo. It's okay. You're okay. We're good. We got him out. It's okay. Just breathe, and I'm going to keep working. And I'll use as many kits as I can to bring down her injuries. I have 3 on me.
Yeah, you pretty much have to use all 3. The triage that you're essentially doing is severe. You have to remove bullets that are lodged in sensitive areas that
ugh.
cause damage. You have to suture areas that are torn open. It is an entire, like, you are weirdly, like, in this
Oh,
sense, like, you step into like the mindset of like a medical professional. Like, you have to like set aside, like, hey, this is just focus on the details of the job at hand, and you like work away. Like, you aren't basing this on anything other than this is a problem, I need to solve it with this, and you keep on going
Yeah.
down the checklist like that. We move from you, Wendy. You just kind of like come out of like I wouldn't say a bloodlust, but there's definitely like a ringing in your ears as you come to see Hellcat, like, first aid kit in hand, bringing it up to like start out applying it to your body.
Oh, um, how's Josephine?
She's stable, but let's focus on you. It's
Are
the
we
only way
sure
you're
about?
gonna. It's the only way you're gonna see her.
I mean, I'm feeling all right, I guess. So he's like looking over to see if he can see her.
I
I
think
I
you
uh I kind of like without like injuring him too much. I pick him up a little bit. I just like move him next to Josie. Happy?
Uh, Well, generally.
Okay, now hush up. And then I start fixing him.
um
Do I
you
do we also hear any of the better savings? You know, the whatever
uh,
the you know what
yeah,
I'm talking
um,
about?
yeah, absolutely. There are vending machines around. Like, you can, unfortunately, with power being low, you would
They're
have to
not
do,
active.
yeah, they're not active right now, but they have the potential. Like, you can see that they're functioning machines. They're just inactive. Um, and
Hmm.
so, with, like, once power is restored, you should be able to, well, you know what? It's been a time. Um, you feel like the whole of this, not just your floor, but the entire building, give like a shudder. And like, it is a quick, like, everything just like shakes for a moment, and then lights and like machines come to life, and just like, and sure enough, that vending machine, like, kind of like just the co-operative music kind of comes in, like the circus of value, and you uh are in like a working shopping mall once more, and the radio like hits into life. Is like, listen, I don't know what you did up there, but they're moving around, and I think you better get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I agree. And as I peer at the bodies, I'm like, we need to get out of here now.
Yep. I sort of just flick the receivers, like copy. That's all I do. As I start to lift Josie up.
To be clear, I'm sorry. I just want because I sorry. So all of my Addison's 3 med kits took all of my things away. I don't have a minor either now.
No, you're
Totally
with
good.
the 3 med kits, you are completely healed.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I'll say, hey, Sparrow, you're seeing Josephine like kind of lurching to life ever so slowly after pretty much being at death's door. Could you give me a grit check?
Oh, I'm gonna auto fail it. I'm just gonna choose to fail it. Because I think I know what you're about to say, so I want to see it play out.
You immediately feel yourself lurch back to that night. The car lying on its side, the flames kind of like starting to bubble up from the engine. But then like the scene superimposes. And you were terrified that you were going to see her not moving, but instead you're looking through like plain glass. Like you're looking through an open window, or not open window, a closed window. Like the glass is between you and them, and you see them. You see her face, and she's gradually turning blue, and her fingers are scraping at the glass. And then you pop out from that. You are all kind of here. The place is running again. The place is open. So you can like figure out some resupply real quick. But I think you have a small window before you have drawn a level of attention that might be trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, the way we want to go is that way, I think.
Yeah, we go.
What was that?
Can I try and see if they have a weapon that I could like just like grab that isn't a shotgun? Just
yeah,
to, like to add?
Yeah, you can kind of swap out, grab their Tommy gun or their pistol or their pipe wrench if you'd like.
I want to grab the pipe wrench, but I don't want to swap it out with my shotgun. I want to just have it as well as.
Okay, yeah. I think you can easily carry like a pipe wrench and a shotgun. Like you holster the shotgun in a makeshift way on your back, and you just have like the pipe wrench in hand. I don't think you're quite not to diminish your badassery. I don't think you can hold a shotgun and a pipe wrench at the same time.
No.
So I think Natalie, you kind of pinpointed it out. You figured out like, hey, if this is if we're trying to find like the penthouse, we're trying to find. Don't look for an obvious elevator. Look for the thing that goes all the way up. So you're like looking at you're looking at basically like a lobby floor, and you're seeing just a general, elevators that have general access, but not exclusive access. And you're like doing some engineering, quick work in your head. You're like, it needs to be central, because it would go up the like spine of the building essentially. And you see a hot club, like an old nightclub, that is kind of like the center of all of everything else around it is kind of like a raid to display this nightclub, and it's like he wants to be seen.
All right, here's the hotspot.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look around to see if, like, the vibe fits the office that I just saw in my near-death experience?
Mm.
Go, you know what? Because you bring it up, I'll say, yeah, there was like this swanky kind of like, uh, kind of noir-y vibe to the office, and it matches the nightclub with its kind of more dulled down reddish hues and the more lavish chandeliers that are dimmed low. The place is still like deteriorating from the the general deterioration of Fontaine shopping. But you can kind of pick out like that feeling, that vibe of just being similar in kind of feeling to the nightclub. Like the pair match up pretty well.
Then I want to start heading into that and see if I can find like an office in there. Like not even saying
Um,
anything. I just want to walk right in.
I would like all of you to make a flight check.
Okay.
Nah, I rolled a 1.
Oh, oh,
Same.
Shiza.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I'm just gonna say if anyone looks at Wendy, there's a little bit of a 1,000-yard stare going on. And I think that maybe is why.
Why you got a 1?
I would say that the bad luck seems to have gone around the entire table because I also rolled a 1. You all kind of creep into the club. The chandeliers have fallen from their mountings on the ceilings. Doors have kind of collapsed. You step into the carpet. You crunch on broken glass, and you like wince as you're like, "Ah, I just gave it away." But then you hear from like one of the bars inside, um, 3 splicers just hanging out, being like, yeah, I mean, this place is going to shit. We barely got enough booze for us to even spend the night. It's, I guess, if this place is going down, we might as well go down really, really fucking wasted. And so
I'm dead.
you have kind of like you don't have really the drop on them because you both biffed it. But they're in a really bad state to be like kind of aware of things. So you can try again to try and like sneak around them towards the back where you see like the VIP lounge. Or
Well, wait,
is
you
this
got
something?
a 1, I got a 7. So can we
Oh, you got a 7. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's something.
Yeah. The rest of you who rolled just as poorly as I did, you are like kind of like slinking around, kind of like unsure of yourself. But Josephine is like, something's familiar. I've been in this place before. I can't explain it, but I've been here. And without having any solid memory, your feet lead you around the back to a server door to go from the kitchen to the floor without having to go around through the dance club. You're able to like you dip under like some collapsed shelving. Um, Pots have fallen from their mounting spots on the wall, and it's just kind of a clutter of detritus around this small little kitchen area, but you move through. The rest of you, like, cautiously following behind someone who has never been here before and is leading you flawlessly through this kitchen and into this nightclub.
Yeah, I would just kind of look at
I'm
her.
not saying anything.
Yeah.
Because just like we're quiet because we don't want to be heard, but also like there's a thought.
Yeah.
You all move behind Josephine as Josephine finds like this kind of little vestibule area and finds the discreet little button pressed just behind a corner in the wall and presses the button. A soft ding echoes above you as the elevator doors slide open.
Just follow me. I'll explain when we get inside. Just get in.
Yep.
Yeah, we follow.
Wendy moves. Yep.
As the doors close behind you, you feel the lurch of the lift as it starts. It's definitely hasn't been operating nonstop since you've been away, since it was severed. Um,
Mhm.
so you feel like the gears grind as it like really struggles to like get its momentum, but like it lifts you up, and as you have like this small moment where you realize like, okay, everything is working. There's, we're this should be up to Fontaine's office. Addison,
Yeah.
your radio.
I was going to ask because I was ready to pull it out and check how far he is from us.
Uh-huh.
Boop, boop, boop,
Just cock an eyebrow and look towards Hellcat.
boop.
Does it sound like it's getting closer?
It does. The intervals
Okay,
between
listen.
each beat are getting shorter and shorter. At first imperceptible, but as it starts to like overlap on itself, the echo of one receding as another one begins, you realize that you are in fact you are getting closer.
Okay, listen. We don't have much time, I feel. Okay, when I was really young, we lost my. Okay, I was kind of young. We lost my mother, and it was just me and my little sister. And then she wasn't able to. I couldn't care for her. She was taken from me because we didn't have my mom anymore. And I'm convinced, okay, she was in the orphanage where they just house all of those little sisters now, like the actual little sisters, not my personal little sister. And I swear she's one of them, okay? And I know this sounds wild, just completely out of the blue, but when I was shot, there was this. I don't know. It's not as if there was like an afterlife sort of situation or my whole life flashed before my eyes situation or anything like that. But there was a memory of an office, and I can only imagine it's where we're about to be, okay? And it was not good. I kind of remember something about them saying that they're going to take her again, and I was so close, to getting, I think, exactly what I needed and wanted, and then and then it's just gone. They said something about they're gonna do something, and because I was overstepping, and so they were gonna take care of it, and so I think that that's what we're walking. I think right now we're walking into that office, and if that is pinging, it can't be good.
I think we see like a shot of Addison's face already, like now piecing the threads together of what this pattern was specifically on Josie.
Mm-hmm.
He sort of takes in a big breath and walks up and gives her a hug. Sorry, kiddo.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm very worried about what we're going to find in there.
We're in it together.
You got dealt a shitty hand, Josie. Whatever happens, we got your back.
The elevator rises and you feel it slowly like hit that crescendo and gradually like it bobs to its stopping point. The soft ding and the doors open up. You are facing a kind of a reception desk that's very clean. It's made of like I'd say like a mahogany, just like one solid carved um, piece that sits in front of enormous double doors. The doors have engravings on them, impressions really. Like the doors are copper. They're these giant uh, pressings of life, of like, it seems to be depicting some rosy view of life under the ocean with like living amongst sharks and squids and um, things of all like swimming under the deep with few people spotted throughout. Uh, the entire thing an homage to the home that this was located within. Uh, you have there it's still a little dark, even though the generator has kicked back on. And you have that, you feel that that's more of a sense of aesthetic than it is to do with the actual power situation. You are walking into a place that would have been well manicured and presenting a very serious facade.
I think Addison's just
So
going
when
to
you,
hold. Oh.
sorry, go ahead. No.
Oh, it's okay. I think Addison's just going to hold at the elevator door because she wants to make sure like there is no trap or turret that could be trained on us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I don't think I'm not even gonna make you roll for it because you are used to that sound. You heard that engine like that as it would like just consume uh gasoline in order to keep itself running. You're not hearing any mechanism, you're not hearing any kind of like uh any combustion, uh anything that you would sense. You know what? Go ahead and give me a brains roll of 5 just to really guarantee.
Yeah, 5 exactly.
All right. You are keen enough to be like, all right, Fontaine, he's gonna have something hidden somewhere, uh, even if it's not like even if it's not immediately apparent. And you look for tripwires, and you're usually pretty easily able to see like small delineations, and you're not seeing any of that. But what I will say is, you do notice using like kind of your engineering mind, you do notice that the desk is plugged in. Like there is a conduit that power is running from into the desk, um, and you don't see like a light on the desk.
Oh, that's interesting.
Does this look like, though, the office from my spot? Or is this
It
like not an
shows
office exactly? It's like technically an outside of an office, like a
it's just
reception area
yeah, it's kind of a reception area,
or
and
something.
it
Okay.
matches some of the same vibes without being the exact memory that you can kind of piece together.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try and walk towards back into the where the office would be then.
You
Well, hold
walk.
on, and I would stop myself and look down at the little thing that Addison has to see if it's like if it's in here, like what if that's in here.
Oh, the radio is still beeping. Like it's just boop, 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 boop.
He's close.
Can I do a quick like survey the area? We know that we didn't see any tripwires. We know that there's more up ahead, but is there anything else that kind of just like calls out?
Yeah, give me a grit check. I'll say 8. Kind of you just being like, hey, what's the vibe of this place? What
Pretty much.
where's the important things? Where should my eye be going?
That's a 5.
Uh, Unfortunately, this place is
Yeah,
was very well manicured. It's meant
yeah,
to obscure and obfuscate where the things are that are important. So you are seeing something that is doing its exact purpose and you can't penetrate.
can I add or try to recollect? I mean, because it's so perfect and very Fontaine. Is there any sort of benefit to that? Like, I feel it just like when we were in back in the science lab, and everything seemed like it was perfectly, it was done very, very well, and it was arranged in a specific way. But I knew that there was more to it. What could I pull anything else to that, or is it just like
I'll tell
on
you what,
surface level?
I'll allow you to roll a d4. The DC is still 8, so you have
That's
to
fine.
get a 3 or a
A
4
3.
and you'll meet it.
Yeah. No, that's okay. All right.
Okay.
I just got a 2.
Yeah. Uh,
Cool. Thank you. I
you
appreciate it.
No problem. You are looking at something you have worked with Fontaine before, and you are used to kind of like the trickery, the disguise, the always having something below the surface. But what you're seeing here is something like a cleanliness that is
Beyond.
there simply for impression, for to impress those that come in. Um, so you're not seeing like oh, there's meant to be a latch here for like
Yeah.
ill-gotten goods. Unfortunately, this is just a desk that is sitting in front of a door. Um, yeah, Flynn, did you
Got
have
it.
something?
Yeah, when you say clean, then sorry, are you saying like does it look like this area has been maintenance to much, or is it also in kind of the same state? Like it's like clean setting, like very manicured and stuff like you said. Oh, Or it's like actually clean, like somebody is actively like trying to keep it clean, and not in the state that the rest is.
You take a point of Adam. Someone specifically made this area clean to appearances. Someone was here specifically to make that desk look a little bit brighter, that carpet have a little bit more plush to it. This is a presentation, and this is the open page.
I'm gonna go into the office.
You push open those double doors, the heavy copper doors. They swing into a space large, but not cavernous. It occupies the entirety of the top floor of this Fontaine shopping center. It has really nice wooden floors with an immense sculpture of the Fontaine shopping center towers back in their heyday when they were pristine and like a beacon of commerce. This structure is immense. Like it's 1.5 times a person. Just a huge thing that fills the entirety of the space, crafted specifically to depict all of the grandeur of this shopping center. And the radio, Addison's radio, is boop, 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 boop. You know, I was thinking that perhaps you were a bit too clever for your own good. But then I remembered that the four of you were a problem before it even got this far. And you see
Son of a bitch.
Atlas step out, removing the wig to uncover the bald head underneath. As he crumples the wig in his hand and lies it on the desk behind him. You know,
You son of a bitch. Aren't you supposed to be fucking dead?
ain't it a kick in the knackers when you specifically try and dispose of 4 individuals and they all gang up together to ruin your party? I'm impressed. You actually made it quite far, considering I poked a bunch of holes in all your brains.
What did you do, you nasty, vile creature?
Hey, when you got a secret, you gotta hide it. That's all I did.
Do it.
All right.
Same.
Uh,
Same. You go
so
first.
Wendy is kind of at the back of the group. And I know he's probably the tallest, but like he is very slowly backing out of sight. So I'll roll whatever you need me to roll, but
Roll a flight check.
That was not what I was anticipating.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go. Come on.
Do it.
This is when it happens.
Walk off. Okay.
The story demands it. The dice giveth.
All right. Well, I will probably never do that again, but that's a 20.
Oh my
20
so
total.
what die is your flight?
That's a D4.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh. Wow. That's ridiculous.
Sorry, 21. I needed to do math better. I was like, wait a second. If it was 20, that would have been another. Anyway, 21 total.
Um,
Oh.
that is a very impressive roll, and I am
That's fine, but
you not a stealthy person
mm-mm,
in the traditional sense.
mm-mm.
You know that you're in shadow already, and so you kind of like press yourself back unassumingly, like you're just trying to just not be the center of attention. Because it's, hey, look at this hand while I do something in this one.
You read me so well, Patrick.
So I'll say this. You realize that he is talking to the group and you've kind of like pressed yourself out along the edges. You are, I'll say that it doesn't sound like he's noticed. Um, but he says, hey, I also want to congratulate myself because apparently when I put a plan in motion, it really stays in motion. I'm actually glad that you're here, all of you. You actually, you've given me a lucky opportunity, and I am not one to ignore providence. So,
Can I, just as he's talking, immediately use my electro bolt on him?
absolutely, go for it.
Hey, Patrick. Before that happens, not to
Yes.
step in on Diana's
No,
toes there,
please.
but what is there like a chandelier in this office or anything above hanging?
I don't think you see anything hanging because, like, this room is it's kind of like a big square space that the support pillars come up into like a pyramid shape where it
Sure.
meets at a like point at the top. Unfortunately, there's no light fixture there. But I mean, there are other things within the space. There's kind of like a drinks cabinet and like uh, kind of a lounge area. There's definitely like uh, discrete filing area. There's his desk, which he's standing at. There's the giant window behind him that is like looking out on the ocean, the inky black behind him. Um, is there anything particular that you're looking for after that?
Here's a pardon the pun, shot in the dark. Is there like some sort of like faux fireplace or something like that in this office?
You know what? Let's luck check it.
Okay.
Ooh.
High low. So you just want to roll high.
Because I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm hoping that there's like a like a fire poker or something that
Yeah.
would be real easy to find. Should be an 18.
You absolutely find like a ornate marble fireplace. You can't have a fireplace in Rapture. Like there's just figuring out the ventilation alone would cause so many issues. So this is obviously some kind of trickery, some kind of like facade. But if you want to have the facade, you have to have all the trappings. And
Mm-hmm.
so you find like an ornate set of tools and a fire poker.
Cool. That's all I wanted to know. Carry on.
Okay.
Uh,
You know, I'm surprised that you're all seeing me to take this so well. I mean, after all, it's not
can
every
I do
day
that
that you.
electro bolt? I just want to
Oh yeah,
interrupt him. I don't give a shit about what he's saying. Like literally, like in the middle of his pontificate, like monologuing because he's a fucking narcissist, everything like that. I just want to just be like, I don't want to announce it. I just want it to come out of nowhere, and I want to do that, please, if
Go
that's
for
allowed.
it.
Oh, baby. Come on, baby, please. Please, 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 please.
The beginning of the show, Dice. That's all. Just remember that.
Hawaiian
Seem to really like the
chicken pork quesadilla.
Lucky quesadillas.
Oh, shit. I die again.
Oh no.
Oh, 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 oh my God. A 25.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I have a don't talk to us. I swear to God, I'm gonna pass out. So I'm really lightheaded right now.
You absolutely get the jump on him. Hey, shut up. Like, stop monologuing. I don't want to hear it. Your fist flies up and you fire a bolt off. Um, you see coils in the wall, just like they rev up, and your electro bolt is just like plucked from the air. He's just like, oh, Hellcat, baby! I made these.
Ew.
I made you. What are you even doing? Coming at me with my own guns.
Oh,
Ah,
oh,
I think I
that made
lunge
me
at him.
really fucking mad. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And yeah, that's it. Sorry,
I want to
I
he's
know.
say,
like,
in the
ah,
chaos of everything, Addison just telekinesis one of his drinks over to her. She's just like, I'm yoinking that, and just like yoinks some vodka over to her.
uh, he he smiles at you and he's like, "Oh, I'll get to you in a minute." But Hellcat, I see you
Hey,
haven't
Patrick.
lost any of. Yeah.
Very sorry to interrupt. Does that telekinesis work?
Oh shit! I have to
Yeah,
roll
do
for
I
that.
get to?
I have to roll for that. That is absolutely true.
I just want to know because that's going to dictate how I operate, knowing the information you gave me.
What would you? Do you want to roll anything for your telekinesis, or is this just you're using your telekinesis?
Oh, I was just using it to bring a liquor bottle over to me.
Yeah. Again, the coils rev up, and you feel it's like grabbing something with like those like vending machine sticky hands. Like you launch it out and it grabs for like half a second and then it just like pops off and you're just like you just don't have any of the finesse or grip that you used to have. And he's like, hey, I mean, throw what you got. But Hellcat, I'm so you almost you almost got me there. That was good. It's funny. All I had to do was make you think you were a loser. And then all of a sudden, all that fight drops right out of you. You you were
Fucking God.
you were at the top of your game. You hadn't lost a single match. You were the champion, untouchable. But then someone broke your nose, didn't they? And you come into my clinic. You see my Suchong. And then Suchong, well, he helps me out, does a little quid pro quo. And you know what I put in your brain? You lose. You lose again. You lose again. You lose again. How'd that fight against the Russian go? That Russian fight never happened. You,
What are you talking about?
Hellcat, give me a grit roll.
I'm 9.
you are trying to. He brings up the Russian, and you remember her. She was like, oh man, she was 5'11", just shoulders out to here. And you remember the hit just like clobbering you right square in the face. But then you think about it. You like take a like almost snapshot of that fist hitting you. And it doesn't quite you've been punched before. There's been several fights where it's gone down to 15 rounds and you are bloody. You know what it feels like to get hit. You internalize what it feels like to get hit. Every single time you're getting like a snapshot of something and then it's just gone. It's like, it's funny. You want to know the way you make a champion? Confidence. Do you want to know how you make a loser? Repetition. I put so many losses in your head, and you went from being the all-time great to the nothing. And all it took was for me to root around in your noodle, give you a little bit of doubt, and suddenly that winning personality just drops right off of you.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh, okay.
I'm going
Strong
to
words.
fucking kill you. You talk
You
too
know what's
much.
you know what's funny? I didn't even
What?
do this. I didn't even do this because I hated you in particular. You were just a mark to help me get some leverage on someone. Mr. Pyatt was really big on the sports betting, and man, what's
Okay, I'm
what's
gonna
better than
enough. I'm the atom or the thing didn't work. And I'm gonna run up to him and hit him with my wrench. And I'm just gonna say, "You fucking talk too much." Uh, uh, that's a 42.
What the fuck?
Just all
Hellcat, what the
explosions over
fuck?
there.
I critted a 20 and then I rolled a 19 plus my pluses.
Yep.
um
Yep.
you
That's
come
fucking
up
wild.
strong
You don't
and
say.
Yeah, I just scream and oh, this is very cathartic. I just scream and I say, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you arrogant piece of shit, rich motherfucker. I'm going to fucking kill you with my thing, and that's it.
um you watch
Die.
as you watch as the flesh dissolves from his hand and an iron skeleton underneath as the shield wraps around his body. And he's like, oh, how soon we forget. How soon we forget. Hey, Dianna, on
Yes, sir.
Ironsides, if you
Yes.
completely mitigate a death blow,
If I completely mitigate a death blow,
what's the value you get after that?
uh, if you, uh, a D4, you just get a D4, and you stay alive.
All right.
No, fuck him. Kill him. Fuck.
D4. It says literally here. It's a failure, but you remain alive, and it's a D4. Piece of shit, motherfucker. I'm sorry for cursing. I apologize. I'm sorry.
I can't tell if it's Dianna saying that or Hellcat.
It's a combination of the two. He's really pushing the buttons. he's really pushing them. He's doing a very, very good job of saying everything that is just flame. Flame. Yeah. Okay. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing?
He motions over to the machine, the coils on the wall, and they rev up, and you see like the machinery starts like igniting, and you get hit with a you know what? Roll your brawn. This is going to be a 39.
Come on, Explosion Queen.
Explosion Queen don't do very much.
No. Not this time, huh?
Not this time, babes. +3 plus. That's a 17. Shit.
Hey,
Oh
someone's looking out for you.
shit! A sparrow flies down to save. Oh, that's a little better. That's a little better. It's not an explosion. It's a 19.
So
It's just
you get hit with a difference of 20. So a ice bolt from the wall, from the coils, hits you, and you are immediately incapacitated. You're not. It doesn't kill you. It just you are completely frozen solid. You cannot move. Your articulation is completely inhibited, and you are stuck where you are. Next turn, you can try and break out of it, but for now, it
I'm done.
thoroughly has you locked in. Uh, yeah, you just are. That is where you are. And he's gonna lean in, and he's gonna be like, "Man, you keep on making yourself a loser. It's gonna stick." Hey, where are you? There you are, Josephine. Josephine, I'm delighted for this reunion. I'm so happy that I get to be the one to tell you she's not here. She's not here, and you're not gonna find her here.
Where is she, you fucking pig?
Hey,
I like
I mean,
immediately. I'm like slowly, but not. I'm walking up to him, so I'm not like that threatening exactly, but I'm clear. I'm very clearly. Where is she? What did you do
hey,
with her?
I'm actually here to help you out. I want to get what you want. And I'll tell you for free. She's she's with Ryan. See, you seem to have this time frame in your brain, and it's all screwy. You ain't you didn't lose your parents when you were a kitty. You lost them like 3 years ago.
What? You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't I? Don't I know? Didn't I see you on that table? Them poking holes in your brain? Yeah, you used to work for me. You used to work in my smuggling rings, and you were a Peach, you are absolutely the best. But then your sister starts
How
getting a
close am
little
I to him?
enough that you can make an attack roll if you like.
Yeah, I want to take my without showing off anything. He can continue to tell me about Loretta, but I'm gonna take my knife and kind of see if I can get it in his gut without him realizing that I was about to do that.
Yeah, go for it.
That's gonna be a fight. Oh fuck! Way to go, Flynn. Way to build your character just so bad. Okay, let's
No,
check to
she's
see if this
perfect.
D4 if this D4 in fight will do anything. She is perfect though. Natalie, sorry. Okay, that's a 3 plus 1, 4, which is
So
not
with
great.
a 17, he easily grabs your hand.
Me.
He's like, you know what's funny? You keep on trying to kill me and you keep on screwing it up. This is exactly where we were when you found out I took your sister. She she invented little sisters. It's true. You were so concerned that the illness was gonna take her. You'd do anything. And so you let Miss Tannenbaum get a hold of her. You let her do some little finger magic, and suddenly your sister's okay. But she's also got Adam. It's because of you that Rapture is the way it is. This is all yours. Thank you. Thank you for your generous contribution. And with that, he pushes you to the floor, and he's going to look out and he's going to be like, Laurel, Laurel, where'd you go to? You think I wouldn't notice my employee sneaking off? Oh, ain't it a tragedy? Just a damn shame. I mean, after all this time, you thought maybe I'll just wipe my wipe her from existence. Wipe her from my brain. What was her name again? I don't even remember. You? All right. We're gonna stay quiet. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's
I
no
would
response
too.
because he doesn't
I
know where
would.
I'm at. So I
I mean,
haven't
I
even
wouldn't
said if
have.
I move or not, but
I wouldn't have much to say either if I watched her choke to death in a bathysphere. Oh, would I hit a nerve? Okay. Well, I'll come back to you later. Hey, who do we got here? Um, Natalie, can you make me a grit check?
Yeah. 14.
Um, a voice inside of your head says, "Get out of here! You can't do anything about this." I was wondering when I'd see you at my door again. I mean, it takes a very bold practitioner to give themselves a lobotomy. Oh, Bernadette, I was real sad when I had to let you go. But them's the breaks, right? You give yourself a lobotomy, and oh, it's really a one-way street. Do you like the job I gave you afterwards, though? It was great. Thank you for giving me all those permits all those times. I had you in just the right position to get exactly what I needed out of you. It's a shame Percy didn't work out. I mean, you did scramble his brains to death, but I mean, who am I to judge? You want to make an omelet, you got to break a couple eggs.
I think while he was talking, since her telekinesis didn't work to bring the bottles to her, she just went beeline for his liquor cabinet. As listening to him, she takes a thing of vodka, which I'm assuming might be the Czech vodka, pours it out, completely shoots it back. kind of holds the glass in her hand.
Hey, I'm giving you so many presents, and I'm not even finished yet. Call me Santa Claus, because I got gifts for days. How about this? I want you to escape rapture. I do. I really do. I want you to fly free, to get yourself to some faraway paradise. I want you to live the rest of your life. But all I need is one thing in return. One little favor. And you're able to get yourself free and clear. He reaches into a drawer on his desk and he chucks a package across the floor to Addison. It's a simple package. It has just like brown paper wrap on it with a string to keep it secure. And he's like, all I need is for you to deliver that and read the card when you do. That's it. Then you're free and clear. And I know that you got your trust issues. I believe me, you got your trust issues. So why would I do this for you? Well, hey, Laurel, how's Apollo Square doing? Is it doing good? They hanging people up from the necks yet? Things are only gonna get funner from here. And there's two sides to this. There's me and there's Ryan. Now I'm not a quitter, and I don't think Ryan's a quitter either. So this little tete-a-tete, it's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going until everyone in Rapture is hanging by the neck. Till every soul down here is lying in their little coffins. I'm gonna go till the very end. But if you take that package and you deliver it, hey, that's a game changer. Shake it up. It'll make things unbalanced. And who's to say I'm going to benefit? I don't know. All I can say is that when that package gets to where it needs to go, things are going to change. So I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you the package, and I'm going to give you a code that gets you in to one of Ryan's bathyspheres, one of the ones that'll take you all the way back to the East Coast, get you free and clear of this place. All you got to do is drop something off for me. Maybe you save a few lives. He turns to Josephine. And maybe you free a couple of little sisters. Is that what you want?
I don't want anything from you except for answers, which I don't think that I'm gonna get. Um, what's the package?
It's nothing. It's a birthday present.
So it's a bomb?
Hey, that thing ain't gonna explode on you.
Why do we have to read a card?
Call me sentimental.
Let's read it now, together.
If Addison so wishes, they can pick up the card and read it.
Yeah, I think she was slowly picking it up already.
It says, "Would you kindly return home?"
All right, she says that. Would you kindly return home?
Oh, I ain't the one who's getting the package. You read that when you get it where it's supposed to go.
And Addison does glance over and seeing like that Hellcat is still on ice, essentially.
Oh, Dianna, if you'd like, you can make a strength check to try and break free.
Yeah. $11,
Since the DC was 10,
14.
you just wrench your body like you don't have any wiggle room until like you force your body against it, and then suddenly you have a centimeter, half an inch. Every little move gets you just that much more to work with. And you're using your momentum to kind of like force your body until finally you break through the ice. Uh, Frostbite is unfortunately a terrible thing. Go ahead and give yourself a moderate injury.
Got it.
I do think Addison holds out the package to Josie.
And I just hold it in my hands and kind of look back at her and I don't even. Yeah, I guess the only thing I don't even know where will we find Ryan?
Oh, he's tucked away in his little fortress. Hephaestus is his home to end all homes. His little fortress that he likes to hide inside of. But I
How,
think you all are crafty enough that you can get in there.
how would you expect us to do that? It's Andrew Ryan. He's
He
Hey,
doesn't expect us to get out.
I see.
you
It's a
got me
suicide
there.
mission.
All I need is one of you to deliver that package. And hey, who knows? You might get lucky.
At that moment, Wendy comes out from where he was, and having to not rely on not being able to rely on like his teleportation, he has basically just been kind of just like, I'm assuming like Fontaine is like just proselytizing just this entire time. He's
Oh, pretty
sweeping
much,
his
yeah.
arms around. So Wendy is taking those moments to just move and move and move. And so when he was looking for Wendy, Wendy was in the opposite side of the room. And so he's talking to Addison and Josephine, and then Wendy is just behind him.
Oof.
And he goes, you know, I know you love the idea of holding what happened over my head, but I've made my peace with it. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to get to walk away today. but I will see you dead. And I will smile. A big smile. So you enjoy your hearty laughs and plasmid killing coils and strange packages. But whether you want to call me Laurel or you want to call me Wendell, doesn't matter to me. I'm going to make sure that you end up in that cold, inky blackness right out there. And I'll make sure it happens myself. And he walks around Fontaine with enough to like make him understand that like he's not gonna attack. His shotgun is like on the holster, like at his side. He hasn't even picked it up. And he walks over to Hellcat and just with a look is just like, not now. Like, let's go, not now.
Well, I would love to play host a little bit longer, but it seems a lot of unsavory characters are floating through here. And I think I'm a little tired of hosting ne'er-do-wells, if you get my drift. Um, and he's going to pick up a little uh, small handheld device, and he's going to point it towards the window behind him. And all of you, I think, would see the small lump on the window with a light and a receiver. And he presses a button just as he opens up the inside of the structure, the statue in the center, and the little lump on the exterior of the window goes, and it explodes, but not in a grand way, in a very precise way. Just this, yeah. And you see the spider web just, and be like, want to light a fire under you, get you going. Let's see how this plays out.
See you later, Brian.
Yeah, I'm so bothered because that was my fucking plan. I started putting two and two together while he was chatting, and I went, "No, that's his fucking plan, isn't it?" Patrick, god damn it! I was like, I'm gonna get us out of here, and I'm gonna like condemn this motherfucker to the inky depths. All right, okay, cool. I grab Hellcat's arm, and the moment he picks something up, because that was in Wendy's plan, he is like pulling her out. Like they're out.
You go ahead and
unless Hellcat does not let me.
No. I definitely, there is little resistance, which should make you pause for a second there.
Oh, it does, but like there's a bigger problem.
There's a bigger problem.
I'm gonna need all of you to roll a grit check. It's gonna be a I'm gonna say a 4.
Explosion. 14.
Okay.
13 after an explosion. Excuse me.
Me too.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Hey, go us.
That spider web, like you just hear the glass like tick, 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 tick. And with a crunch, the entire window pushes forward, and you see just a wall of water just like falling forward. You have mere moments to get back to the elevator, and the four of you, like all in unison, about face, right back out through the copper doors. I'm going to need all of you to make a grit check, DC 8.
What the fuck does he plan on doing?
Yes, like he's right
fucking
there. What is he
motherfucker.
rolling?
Yeah. Ay, Dios mío. Oh no, where'd you go?
You said it was an 8?
It was an 8.
That's exactly what I got.
I got a 7, so can I use some Adam?
Yes, you can.
That's 2.
I
I
got
have a
two.
plus
Top
1,
mine
so
up
I'm
to
at it. I'm at 8.
Wait.
No, Addison.
I meet. Wait, you got a
Meat is
2?
How much? How much out? Oh, fuck me. Okay. Hold on.
Hold on. Oh wait, hold on a second. I got you.
I do have 5 Adam, but we have to meet or beat an 8.
And each
I have
Adam
enough to
costs.
get you up 2 points, and then I have one little Adam left.
Spending
go.
my Adam gets me to 4.
Oh, hey,
Reroll.
Natalie, go ahead and reroll.
Honestly, I didn't even think about that. Thank you.
just keeping each other alive. That's what I thought. That's why I stopped doing it. I was like,
I
Mhm.
still have to
I had
spend
it-
Adam anyway, but I can spend my own because it's a 6, so I have enough to make it an 8.
You all barely get into the elevator. Like you hit the button, and as the doors are opening, the water swipes you in the legs and pushes you all forcefully into the elevator. It like slams you into the walls. Wait, hold on. Who rolled highest? I believe was it Dianna?
Yeah, I mean it was an 8 plus
yeah.
whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So Diana, you just barely like scrape the button on the wall as you're flung from your feet, and you hit it enough with enough force that the message is received and the doors start to close. As you are descending, you notice the water is still pouring into the elevator. It's
Mm-hmm.
starting to come up to your like hips and then higher up to your navel, up to your ribs. I'm going to need everyone to make a 12 DC 12 grit check.
Better this time, 16.
Lord have mercy. A 14.
Yeah, I got a 6.
8.
We do.
Did anyone use that reroll I just threw out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Addison
Use
did.
it for me, but something happened in chat for Josie.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But wait,
Oh, you know
there's more.
Yeah. Hold on.
There we go.
Cool. That's a 12. What was it though? Because I only got a 12.
It was a 12.
Still an 8.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. Just
Um,
lifting people up.
yeah. Wendy,
And can I do it like this?
you are helping lift people up. Oh,
Another
I was just gonna do the
reroll.
same thing,
one
Dan.
more chance. One more chance.
Come on.
Literally,
One
that's all I
more
got.
time.
You would think it would be lucky to roll 3 sevens in
Oh
a row
fuck.
plus
Please
1,
tell me.
but it
So you
is
need
3
to
sevens
you
and a
need to
1.
go to Las Vegas.
Cool.
Wendy is helping. The water hits like your like lips and starts to gradually like go past your face. The lip is just unfortunately taking the brunt of the water, and it's all uh like filling up in this small enclosed space. You're helping lift everyone up into the small pocket of air, hoping that you can get to the nightclub before things turn dire, and you hold a breath. and it sits for a little bit too long.
And what I'm going to do is because I rolled higher, I'm going to grab a breath and I'm going to go down and I'm going to push it in his mouth.
My ship.
Dianna, please roll a d8, and if you can give Wendy enough, he will pass this DC.
7.
Wendy, you are at the very edge of your capacity to breathe. You can feel the spot swimming in your vision. And suddenly, Hellcat's face is right up in yours. And she, without like any fuss, just presses her lips against yours and like kind of, it's not romantic because she also kind of gets your nose because she needs to create the seal, and like breath flows into your mouth and you are able to get that and it's enough to get you through. The lift hits the bottom, the doors open, the wet water crashes out, and you are all washed into the nightclub. Water is still pouring in from the elevator shaft. You can hear voices of panic. The entire structure itself is just not like, you can hear it straining against this new weight that is forced to encumber. Um, what would you like to do? You have mere moments before water becomes a very big problem.
No, I mean it's just I think it's obvious we're dragging each other out to the direction we came, and we are, I'm gonna guess, running to the closest. We're bolting to the closest bathysphere now.
Yeah.
The bathysphere that we left behind.
You run all the way back to the bathysphere that you left at the loading dock. Water is pooling around you. What used to be at ankle high is now at thigh high. Your movement is slow. You are like really trudging through water as it continues to pour in. You see like the dim lights have become brighter now, illuminating your way, and you are able to navigate your way all the way back to the loading dock. As you get to the bathysphere, the water threatening to submerge the bathysphere before you can even get inside, the radio crackles to life. It's like, remember, this thing is going to keep on going until you do something about it. And the lot of you get onto the bathysphere, throw the switch, the door closes, and you are able to submerge and leave the Fontaine shopping center behind. And that is it for this week's episode of Bioshock Perdition.
Fuck.
That was a lot. My name is Patrick. I've been the game master here. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on Blue Sky at Mr. Patrick Cakes, and I will throw it over to Natalie.
Hey, hi everybody, my name is Natalie, she, they, and I was playing Bernadette, or I guess apparently Bernadette, but no, Addison, she, her. Find me most places on the internet with Ghost Candle or Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube. Artist, actual play performer, and general variety person, so follow me to see what I'm up to next.
And I'll go over to Sparrow.
Hi, hello. I am your favorite burb on the interweb, A Black Sparrow. You can find me at ablacksparrow.com on Blue Sky, at A Black Sparrow everywhere else. You can even find me at A Black Sparrow on Blue Sky at ablacksparrow.bsky.social, but it'll just tell you to go to ablacksparrow.com because it's cool like that. I played Wendell Hendricks / Laurel West. Pronouns all three around are he, him, and I had a fantastic time. Back to you at the studio.
All right, let's go over to Dianna.
Hi, I'm Dianna, also she, her, also known as Girl Pants, GRLPANTS. You can find me on Blue Sky and other places everywhere as Girl Pants. And I played Hellcat, also pronounced she, her, and this has been fantastic.
All right, and we'll end with Flynn.
Yeah, okay. I'm Flynn. My pronouns are they, she, and I played Josephine Holiday, who is she, her, and you can find me at OMG Flynn on Blue Sky only, and also in trying to get all my red string to fucking make sense of what is happening. And also, Dianna is opening up a bookshop, so go buy a bunch of books from her as soon as.
Yes, go, definitely go.
And games.
Great. Go check that out. Thank you very much for everyone for watching. We're actually going to take a break from next week. We'll come back the 8th for the finale. It's all coming down to this. So join us, everyone. We'll be checking out what Andrew Ryan has got going on. So join us then.